everyone, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Maayong adlaw gid sa inyong tanan. Let me start my presentation with this quote from Pete Seeger, an American folk singer and social activist. And if I may apply it to packaging, if it cannot be reduced, reused, if the packaging cannot be reduced, reused, repaired, rebuilt, refurbished, refinished, resold, recycled, or composted, then it should be restricted, designed, or removed from production. Which leads me now to the next slide. With something to ponder upon, something to think about. Is this sustainable packaging? Is it eco-friendly? Will you buy this product? Maybe most of you will say no. Because why package bananas already enclosed in banana peels? And that means it would be more expensive. But then maybe there is a specific target market for this product. But still, for this packaging, I'd say not sustainable. And so maybe your problem is with regard to the banana peel, maybe we can tanggalin po natin yung balat ng saging at ilagay po sa thermoform tray at shrink wrap. Sustainable na ba? No, in fact, it has even become more unsustainable because the issue in the first place is not the banana skin, but the excessive packaging. So yes, if you can remove all packaging, do not use any packaging. I entirely agree. If it is only possible, because I doubt if you can contain and transport, protect and preserve, provide convenience and utility, inform and sell your product without packaging nowadays. Because after all, from the womb to the tomb, you cannot escape packaging. You were packaged before you were born, and when you die, you will be packaged again. And at sa panahon ngayon ng pandemic, di lang po ako sure kung anong packaging, body bag, casket, or urn. So please, keep safe pa rin po everyone. And so yes, packaging is omnipresent in our lives today. And so is packaging waste. And packaging is being used more and more on our planet where resources are limited and ecosystems are sensitive to changes. We have seen how discarded plastic bottles and bags and other items are affecting the seas and oceans and the environment around us. And so packaging manufacturers are now under pressure to innovate and find new materials and unique designs that reduce the environmental impact, which will be definitely the default option in the future. Okay, as e-commerce continues to grow exponentially in the post-pandemic times we live in, the need for eco-friendly and sustainable packaging has become more important than ever. So yes, use packaging, but use sustainable packaging. And one symbol and icon of sustainable packaging would be banana leaves. Banana leaves can be reduced, can be reused, can be recycled, and can be cultivated and harvested, a renewable source, which now leads me to the topic of my presentation. So the title of my presentation is Packaging, Innovation, and Development Toward Sustainability. Again, there is a need for sustainable packaging using innovative package development methods to reduce the environmental impact. Actually, packaging innovation and development is one of the subjects in the curriculum of BS packaging engineering that we offer at Central Philippine University. And so the course deals with the study of the involvement and advancement of packaging and the future innovations that may arise from the changing needs. And this time in my presentation, I will include and integrate sustainability and circularity as the requirements or goals in the packaging innovation and development. So let me first define packaging innovation and development. Okay, and so it is the enhancement and improvement being done to the package, including the material and structure, graphics and label, and packaging equipment and line. So these are the three focus areas when you do packaging innovation and development. So the material and structure, the graphics and label, like in the case here of the picture, and the packaging equipment and line. So in this development in their packaging, I think they have changed everything. Material and structure, there are changes, graphics and label, and also their packaging machines and line. Packaging innovation and development is also the process of doing new packaging or doing something new to the existing packaging to improve the package function, like for example, easy to carry, flexible, increase product sales, meaning to say more revenues, reduce cost, and being sustainable, which I added, like 100% recyclable. So every element of your packaging is being studied in packaging innovation and development. Okay. And so the success of eco-friendly packaging requires a vision from the very beginning. It starts with sustainable packaging design. That means using packaging innovation and development methods to design a sustainable packaging. And we have many textbooks and guides and examples for that. But what is really sustainable packaging? What makes a package sustainable? And so sustainable packaging is the advancement of eco-friendly designs and materials from renewable resources that reduces environmental impact and carbon footprint. So circular packaging would ensure that there is no waste in the supply chain, from design to reuse to recycling over and over again, so the resources retain their value in a closed chain, not anymore womb to tomb, cradle to grave, but cradle to grave to cradle, or cradle to cradle design. Okay, and so the Sustainable Packaging Coalition defines 8 criteria that make a package sustainable. And I will not go through each of the criterion anymore. But beware also of another term called greenwashing. Greenwashing is the marketing technique where products and packaging are made to appear as if being being environmentally friendly, when in reality they are not. Okay, so what are now these innovative and sustainable packaging innovations and designs that have been developed? So here is now a list of innovative packaging solutions designed to reduce environmental impact and meet customer demand for sustainable, eco-friendly alternatives. So these are the new innovations in sustainable packaging that represent some of the latest trends that I have gathered, and they are in no particular order. Okay, and so let me just go through quickly some of these packaging options, which I will give specific examples later. And so we have sustainable packaging like recyclable, innovative, reduction of material, plastic alternative, reusable, bioplastic, compostable, biodegradable, re-engineered, edible, refill, customer experience, monomaterial, paper alternatives, returnable containers, out of the box ideas, optimized customer experience, eco-friendly supply chain, incentivizing behavior change, and many others. Okay, so let me give you now specific example. So first would be compostable material. So the material used for packaging here are all compostable. Next, well, this would be another example of a compostable packaging pouch. Next example would be compostable material for nettings for your vegetables and fruits. Next, we have biodegradable packaging. So this would be example of paper bottle as a biodegradable packaging. Then we have a plastic that is 100% compostable and biodegradable, although there are still debates as to what is really compostable, what is really biodegradable, but that would be another topic for another time. And then next we have our plant-based material. So we have here a cushioning material from mushroom. And then we have here packaging material, cushioning from bamboo. And then we have another packaging material that is plant-based. And they also call this packaging, they also call their packaging material as plantable material because there are actually seeds integrated in the packaging. So if you throw or if you will bury the packaging, the paper packaging, the seeds will grow and it will turn out to be a useful plant. Okay. Another example would be alternative material. So this alternative material would be actual leaves that would be used as plates, and then may layer lang ng paper but then still mostly made up of leaves. This another alternative material is from stone. They would call this one stone paper because it is made from 80% calcium carbonate with just additional 20% HDPE material. And there are examples of alternative renewable materials like prawn shells, fish protein, waste feathers, oyster paper, stone paper, tree pulp, wood, mushroom, corn, potato, bamboo, coconut, mushroom, cassava, sugarcane, banana, mango, skins, potato cuttings, cellulose, soy protein, lactic acid, algae, seaweed, and many more alternative sources. So finding a material to replace plastic is more complicated than it may seem because no material actually produced thus far have succeeded in achieving or has succeeded in achieving the same performance as plastic. But maybe the problem is not in the plastic material, but in waste management. And so that would be another topic for discussion. But still, any small progress toward plastic replacement is still progress toward sustainable packaging. Then we have paper alternatives. So instead of using plastic material, you make use of paper, which is also biodegradable and compostable. Another box, instead of using paper before, now they made it plastic free and now it is made of paper. Another would be a paper bottle for a particular drink. So from plastic bottle to paper bottle. Next example would be the use of monolayer material. So it is still plastic, but then it is already monolayer, meaning to say single material only, and that will help in fully recycling the material because if it is already 100%, it is fully recyclable. Whereas if it is composite or made up of several plastics, it would be difficult to recycle. So this one would be all 100%. All the components are all PET plastic, so monolayer material. Another would be reusable packaging like this one. So the packaging, which is a paper shopping bag, can be turned into a clothes hanger so you don't throw away the packaging. So you can reuse also the packaging for Samsung TV. You can make it become, or you can convert it to a bookshelf or a cat house. And so that would be reusing your packaging. And that is sustainable packaging. Another would be the use of recyclable materials. So I mentioned already monolayer plastics or mono single material. So like this one also, instead of different components, you make use of paper or cardboard. And so that will make the packaging easier to recycle. Versus another method, which is the use really of recycled material. So the material used, for example, in this product would be made from recycled fishing nets. And so the material used is recycled. Like, for example, this one. I think this one is very simple and, in fact, very easy that even MSMEs like food MSMEs, for example, can apply or can use this one. So it is a packaging for duck eggs actually. So it is made of recycled newspaper, and even the piece of paper here with the information is also recycled. So it doesn't have to be high tech. So simple innovation, simple designs can already convert your packaging or make your packaging more sustainable. Okay, another example would be reduced amount. So one example is the so-called frustration-free packaging from Amazon. So the toy no longer comes with the packaging of the toy, but the packaging of the toy will just be the shipping container used in delivering the toy, and so that would reduce the amount of material, and that is sustainable packaging. Another is in the change in the design. So you re-engineer the design. So instead of a square pizza box, now you have a circular pizza box. That would reduce now the amount of material and also the convenience, and then it follows the shape also of the product. Another trend is in refill packaging. And so you actually bring your own packaging and then have it refilled. And so less material now would be used in the packaging. Like here also, so you can like reuse your bottle up to 50 times and then go to the store and then have it refilled with the material. So less packaging, less waste, more sustainable. Okay, another is customer experience. You don't throw away the packaging. It does not become waste because you can actually convert it to an origami, like a paper crane or paper bird, for example. So this is another strategy in sustainable packaging. And then we have edible packaging. So this one is an example of a drink capsule. So instead of using PET bottles, you have this capsule which contains the water which you can already drink and even consume or eat the packaging. Another would be 100% edible and biodegradable packaging material for this particular product, which is made from seaweed. So you can actually eat the packaging as well. So there would be no more additional waste. So in fact, in 2015 in UK, they actually launched an edible coffee cup, which is made up of cookie and white chocolate and wrapped in sugar paper. While it is innovative, the edible cups didn't last long. But still, it would be an attempt for more sustainable packaging. And then finally, you have out of the box ideas. So any other unique ideas or imagination would be key. So you can come up with this particular reusable shoe bag, which will reduce the amount of paper. And also here, the amount of material would be less in this particular packaging for a light bulb. And so what about the other companies, for example? What is being done by suppliers of packaging in relation or even manufacturers in relation to sustainability? Well, multinational companies, because they have the money and the resources, have been championing sustainability causes, which is good for the brand also. Like Coca-Cola company, they are working on a packaging that will contain 25% marine plastic, so recycled material, and at the same time, all of the packaging would be 100% recyclable. How about, for example, Unilever? So Unilever says that by 2025, all of their plastic packaging will be reusable, recyclable, or compostable. Another packaging company, this time a glass producing or manufacturing company, Owens, Illinois, OI. And so this is what they are saying. Our leadership in sustainability is driven by our processes, products, and people. We will achieve our vision to be the most sustainable maker of the most sustainable rigid packaging through our innovation and the drive to transform the industry. So what about in the Philippines? So this was an article written, or a news article in 2019, with the headline, Philippine packaging industry gearing up for sustainability. And so the Philippine packaging industry is bracing itself for changes as it prepares to face the challenges of sustainability. So ang tanong is, kaya ba ng Pilipino? Kaya ba ng mga MSMEs? So like, okay na ba ang packaging mo ngayon? Ang label, ang seal, ang supplier ng mga packaging material mo, maayos na ba? Eh kung hindi, dagdagan pa natin ng dapat sustainability pa siya. And so talagang dapat tulungan ang mga MSMEs, because not only are the MSMEs great contributors to economic growth, but also they are crucial to the success of sustainable development. So what about in the Philippines? Well, in the Philippines, meron na rin po tayong mga initiatives ng mga local companies or mga companies that are based here in the Philippines. So like Garnier, which is Garnier, which is a beauty company. So they have launched actually the e-commerce parcel, a parcel which is made of cassava and other biodegradable material in 2020. The Philippines' first ever carton packaged water inspires hope in a box. So this was launched in 2019, the first carton packed drinking water for Filipino consumers. So no more or less plastic, no more plastic. It is now made of carton. Okay? And this would be another example sa mga MSMEs po, kayang-kaya po. Like this one, Titania's Cater, which would be selling buko pie, and their box food packaging is langkoy, which would be made from coconut leaves. And so this is sustainable packaging. So pwede naman po na ma-adapt ng mga MSMEs ang sustainable packaging. Another example would be for pizza in hand-woven pandan leaf boxes. So be resourceful lang po. And so this would be like examples of MSMEs that have that had initiatives in doing sustainable packaging. And there are many other examples of pioneering cases for MSMEs and how their committed actions to protect the surrounding environment and resources became beneficial both financially and socially. And so other success stories of MSMEs going into sustainable packaging are available. Okay? But I tell you, it is not easy. There are many challenges, pero importante sa ngayon would be the awareness and the education and at least the mindset of supporting sustainability. Kaya pwede nating subukan, just try, and make small progress towards sustainability. Little progress is still progress. And I know that we Filipinos have been in fact, practicing sustainability. Like for example, the concept of reuse of packaging. Halimbawa po, tayong mga Pinoy naman po talaga is nagre-reuse ng packaging. Etong container ng ating ice cream, nagiging container ng isda. So akala mo, ice cream pa sa ref, pag open mo, isda ang laman. Or even like the containers for your Danish biscuits, instead na Danish biscuits nire-reuse at ginagaming sisidlan po ng mga sewing materials po natin. Okay? And so what I mean to say is that kung ma-include at ma-incorporate po natin sa ating lifestyle ang sustainability, and in fact there is a particular store, okay, which has started a sustainable lifestyle or incorporating sustainable lifestyle sa kanilang store. This is actually Loop. Loop is actually a general merchandise store with a selection of goods that helps people lead a more sustainable lifestyle. So some products are also made with sustainable, environmentally friendly ingredients and materials. And so although it will take innovation and commitment, I would say it does not require a genius to produce sustainable packaging solutions. So I would just say personal accountability and actions are what will lead to the reward of more sustainable solutions and healthier planet. So everyone has a role to play in ushering in the circular economy. So corporations, governments, organizations, MSMEs, individuals, suppliers, consumers must be willing to accept to take the responsibility for proper disposal and waste management and work together to create and implement end-to-end solutions. And so it starts with a sustainable lifestyle, a sustainable packaging lifestyle, for example. And so let me have these quotes related to sustainable lifestyle. So we have this quotation: being green is more than just buying eco. It is an unshakable commitment to a sustainable lifestyle. Modern society will find no solution to ecological problems unless it takes serious look at its lifestyle, by Pope John Paul II. And since I am from the university, I am a teacher, and we offer the packaging engineering program, I would like to share and teach you three most fundamental and useful principles of packaging innovation and development. And let me start with this quote. If dogs don't like your dog food, the packaging doesn't matter. What is the moral of the story? It all boils down to the product. It all, at the end of the day, it is the product that will matter. Okay. And so even without packaging, you can sell excellent products. If you don't think the product is good, you have no business packaging it. So let me explain that with this diagram. Pag hindi maganda ang product at pangit ang packaging, failure. Pag yung product maganda, magaling, masarap, pero yung packaging hindi maganda, not attractive, the potential of the product will not be achieved. Sayang naman ang potential. How about ang product mo ang packaging mo sobrang ganda, pero ang product mo sobrang pangit? Short-term success. Your product will only be bought once because of the packaging, but once they taste your product and it does not taste good, it is not delicious, they will not buy. Short-term success. What we want is ang product na masarap, product na good quality, para gawan siya ng effective and packaging din na quality or attractive or very good also, and that would translate to successful market experience. And so my question now is your product already excellent? Is your product already strong? Is your product already very good? Because if not, packaging cannot save it. And so if yes, your product is already very good, then design a packaging, a very good packaging, and you will have successful market experience. The second lesson is related to the protection of your product and the use of packaging. So when you protect or preserve, say for example, your food product, para humaba yung shelf life niya. So the strategies would be make the product stronger, and after which make the package better. So gawin mo muna yung produkto mo, yung food mo na mapahaba mo pa yung shelf life. If you can extend the shelf life of your food already, then the amount of packaging that you will use so that you will have your wanted shelf life would already be reduced. And don't optimize your packaging. So kung gusto mo lang 6 months, don't over package it and package it such that it will last for 1 year, because you only need it for 6 months, for example. And so pag na-improve mo muna yung product, less na yung packaging, less na yung cost. But don't do over packaging. Don't do also under packaging, because damage will happen. Tamang-tama lang sa required mo. Which would lead me now to lesson number 3, related to optimum cost, which is many of you would be interested, economics. So sa simpleng pag-explain lang po, the goal is to minimize the sum of the cost of packaging and the cost of damage. Pag yung packaging mo sobrang ganda, sobrang perfect, walang damage, pero sobrang mahal kasi sobrang perfect. Pag yung packaging, pag wala kang packaging, wow, sobrang mura kasi walang packaging. Ang damage mo naman, sobrang mahal. Walang packaging, lahat nasira. So the total damage cost is still very expensive. What we want is something in between, you balance. Okay lang na hindi sobrang maganda, hindi lang na kailangan na perfect ang packaging mo. Kahit may sira pa or may mga return pa, kahit meron pang ma-spoil or may masira na food, as long as yung cost ng packaging mo hindi ganun kataas at pag inad mo yung cost ng packaging mo na hindi ganun kataas and then damage cost mo na hindi din ganun kataas, pag inad mo siya, mas mababa pa siya kesa perfect packaging na walang damage and then zero packaging na lahat damage. And so try to analyze and maybe, I don't know, you can apply that principle to your business also. Okay? But at the end of the day, the packaging must facilitate purchase decision. Yung pinaka-purpose ng packaging is para bilhin ang iyong product. And so what's the use of a perfect packaging if nobody would buy the product? Because at the end of the day, profit business. Kailangang mabili ang product. So dapat makatulong ang packaging or ang packaging ang magiging dahilan para bilhin po ang produkto. At baka po ang pagiging sustainable ng inyong packaging ang magiging dahilan upang tangkilikin po ang inyong produkto. So pwede nyong gawing leverage or pwede nyong gawing ang sustainable packaging nyo yung pang-attract nyo mismo para sa inyong product. Okay? And these are like memes related to like purchase decision or buying, for example. Okay? Which leads me back again to where I started or from the beginning, the banana leaves. Parang circularity and closing the loop lang po tayo. Okay? So, reduce, reuse, recycle, packaging the future, banana leaves as the perfect natural packaging. Yes, banana packaging, banana leaves have been used as packaging. In other countries, they are using banana leaves to package their many agricultural products, which we actually do here also in the Philippines. And even in the Philippines, many of our products from the MSMEs are actually packaged in banana leaves. And so here in the Philippines, banana leaves are a packaging solution that has existed for so many years and still exists today. So mula noon ng ating kabataan hanggang ngayon, ginagamit pa rin po yung dahon ng saging and even in the future and beyond. But what we want is to level up banana leaves. And so we actually have new developments and new innovation and researches related to banana leaves. And so there is a Japanese company named Nendo that designed this paper carrier bag for high quality bananas from Mindanao, Philippines. But sorry to say that this banana package is actually available only in Japan. And there is another Indian company, the Banana Leaf Preservation Technology, okay, which is an Indian innovation which has a sustainable solution to the global challenge of overabundant single-use plastic waste. And so the banana leaf technology is actually an environmentally friendly cellular system that preserves the leaves of the banana and natural biomaterials for a year without any chemicals being used. So these are like some of their sample products. Banana leaves po ang ginamit nila using cellular system or some kind of technology. Okay? And so let me finally end my presentation with the following quotations. So in this time of pandemic, I think that we will be able to rise, or we say that we rise by actually lifting others. So tulungan lang po tayo. So even in the pursuit for sustainable packaging, lahat po dapat magtulungan. So the private sector and the government sector as well. And then with regard to the use of new technology or new sustainable packaging materials, old ways won't open new doors. And so let's try to find new ways to improve our packaging and make it more sustainable, for example. And finally, the future will be green or not at all. And so with sustainable packaging, it's either we choose an environmentally an environmentally future or a future that is green or no future at all or not at all. And maybe we can relate that also during this pandemic times. For example, so the future will be green, not red, like the corona virus, for example. Okay. And so let me finally end my presentation with this quote about God's creation. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. From Genesis chapter 1, verse 31. Because after all, God is the greatest packaging engineer, is the greatest packaging specialist. And so, best packaging for durian, best packaging for coconut, best packaging for peanuts, and of course, best packaging for banana. And so I end with advertising the Bachelor of Science in Packaging Engineering that we offer at Central Philippine University in Iloilo City. And we are the only school to offer the course in the Philippines. And next school year, we will also be offering our diploma in packaging technology for those professionals who are already working but would like to end or would like to obtain a diploma in packaging technology. And so with that, I say, and so with that, I end my presentation, the end. And so once again, good afternoon or good day, everyone. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat and maraming salamat po once again. Thank you.